January, more entertainment. I want y'all to see how the entertainment, and we support our entertainment, but I want y'all to see how the power structure use all this entertainment to distract you from the struggle. We didn't have no Bill Cosby show with Malcolm and King. We didn't have no Richard Pryor with Malcolm and King. We ain't have all that. See that? We ain't had no Muppet show. We ain't have none of that goofy stuff. They distracted us, and we are still distracted. They distracted us, and we are still distracted. January 14th, 1972, Red Fox stars in Sanford and Son for NBC Studios, one of the highest rated TV series in America at the time. Sanford and Son, starring Red Fox, ran from 1972 to 1976. Richard Pryor is identified by Red Fox as an influence on his choice to pursue comedy. Red Fox got his start in the 1950s, winning a Golden Globe Award and an Emmy nomination. He one of the first black comics to play to a white audience in Las Vegas. Red Fox died October 11, 1991. February 16, 1972, more token. Wilt Chamberlain becomes the first NBA player to score 30,000 points and 10,000 rebounds, I believe. Wilt Chamberlain becomes the first NBA player to score 30,000 points. Distraction, distraction, distraction. Making black folks think they making it through TV and sports. Got black folks think we getting equal through entertainment and athletics. March the 10th through the 12th, First National Black Political Convention is held in Gary, Indiana. 10,000 attend. It is considered the most significant black political convention in the post-Dr. King era. Gary, Indiana. I think it's time for another black political convention in Gary, Indiana. I think it's time for another black political convention in Gary, Indiana. I think it's time for another black political convention in Gary, Indiana. I mean, where Dennis at? Where Dennis and Phil at? Let's set up, because y'all know I want to do some black political conventions before the next presidential election. Y'all know Dr. Umar is planning some black political conventions. We need to bring back the black political convention in Gary, Indiana. Shout out to my Gary, Indiana Africans. Shout out to my Gary, Indiana Africans. I think we need to bring back the black political convention in Gary. April the 7th of 1972, Abid Karume of Zanzibar, the first vice president of Tanzania, is assassinated. April the 21st, the Bilderberg meeting is in Belgium. May the 2nd of 1972, J. Edgar Hoover dies. May the 2nd, 1972, J. Edgar Hoover dies. May the 2nd, 1972, J. Edgar Hoover, who destroyed every major relevant black organization from Garvey to the Black Liberation Army, finally dies. May the 2nd, 1972. June 29th, 1972, the death penalty is banned in America, but only temporarily, because you know they needed to kill black folks. I told you abortion will never be illegal in this country as long as black folks are here. Abortion will never be illegal. The death penalty will never be illegal in America as long as black people are here. The death penalty will never be illegal in America as long as black folks are here. They banned the death penalty on June 29th, 1972, but they would bring it back. July 12th, 1972, the pocket calculator is introduced. September the 9th, 1972, Bill Cosby creates, produces and hosts the first black animated TV show, Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, September 9th, 1972. Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. It ran for 13 years, all black cast. TV Guide named it the best cartoon series of the 1970s. October the 12th, 1972, Richard Pryor and Diana Ross would co-star in Lady Sings the Blues, earning $9 million in American movie rentals in 1973 and nominated for 5 Academy Awards. More tokens, October the 24th, 1972. Jackie Robinson, first black athlete to break into a major league, dies. October the 24th, 1972, which was yesterday, right? Jackie Robinson has been gone for 49 years yesterday. October the 24th, 1972, Jackie Robinson, the first black athlete to break into the major leagues, dies. Bob Douglas becomes the first black elected to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. More tokens, more tokens, more distractions. Bob Douglas becomes the first black elected into the Naismith Hall of Fame. And then, also in 1972, our brother Geronimo Pratt of the Black Panther Party, Geronimo Pratt of the Black Panther Party, is falsely convicted of murdering a woman on a tennis court. 27 years later, he is free with the assistance of Johnny Cochran. Geronimo Pratt was 350 miles away in the Bay Area when the murder occurred. He could not have possibly done it. The conviction was overturned on the most honorable Marcus Garvey's birthday, June the 10th, 1997, with the help of Johnny Cochran. After 27 years, Geronimo Pratt would go free on the birth date of the day that Marcus Garvey joined the ancestors. The day that Marcus Garvey joined the ancestors, June the 10th of 1997, when it was discovered that the prosecution illegally withheld evidence that may have influenced the jury. Johnny Cochran also helped Geronimo get $4.5 million suit. Los Angeles paid $2.75 million. The Department of Justice paid $1.75 million. Geronimo Pratt died in Tanzania, June 2nd, 2011, at the age of 65. Johnny Cochran died 4 years later in 2005 at the age of 67. Wait a minute. Maybe Geronimo, what year Geronimo died? I got to check the date. Johnny Cochran died right after Geronimo a few years later, working on a reparations package. I think they killed Geronimo and Johnny. I think they killed Geronimo Pratt and Johnny. They killed Geronimo Pratt because he was in Africa investing that $4.5 million. They killed Geronimo Pratt in Tanzania, just like they killed President John Magufuli in Tanzania. They killed Geronimo Pratt in Tanzania because he was investing that $4.5 million that Johnny Cochran helped him win. 1972, Richard Nixon creates the Office of Drug Abuse Law Enforcement. 1972, the only thing Richard Nixon gave black folks is more drug laws. The only thing Richard Nixon gave black folks was more drug laws. The only thing Richard Nixon gave black folks was more drug laws. So Geronimo died June 2nd, 2011. When did Johnny Cochran die? Geronimo died June 2nd, 2011. When did Johnny Cochran die? Somebody give me a date check. When did Johnny Cochran die? I need a date. Somebody post a date. Johnny Cochran death date. Johnny Cochran death date. Johnny Cochran, March 29th, 2005. So Johnny Cochran died before Geronimo. Johnny Cochran died before Geronimo. Shirley Chisholm runs for president, becoming the first black woman to run for president of the United States, 1972. Tokenism, Barbara Jordan and Andrew Young become the first black Southern congresspersons since 1898. Token. Barbara Jordan and Andrew Young become the first black Southern congresspersons since 1898. What good has it done? Much respect to Andrew Young and Barbara Jordan. No disrespect. Much respect to Andy Young and Barbara Jordan. But it is still nothing but tokens. 1972, a gay psychiatrist testifies for the gay movement at the APA convention. Uganda Chief Justice is murdered. 1972, during the Olympics in Munich, Germany, Palestinians take 9 hostages, killing 2 Israeli athletes in exchange for the release of political prisoners. 1972, HBO cable television is introduced. You Negroes ain't been free since. 1972, HBO cable television is introduced. You Negroes ain't turned off a TV yet. 1972, cable HBO introduced. You Negroes ain't turned off a TV yet. The Temptations and the Jackson 5 scored #1 hits. Papa was a Rolling Stone. 1972. And for the Jackson 5, it was Ben. Music. See how they distracted you with music, athletics, elected officials, first black this, first black that. Idi Amin expels all East Indians except the ones who are already citizens in 1972. When Idi Amin expelled the East Indians, that was one of the most unapologetically African moves by an African president ever. I know Idi Amin was not perfect, but when he told them Indians, if you don't want to hire my people, get out my country, that's the most unapologetically African thing a black leader in Africa has done in a long time. Idi Amin told the Indians, you will hire at least 2 Africans. You will hire 2 Ugandans. You will hire 2 Ugandans.